Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to the Swamp Ditch, which is just what I call my bedroom. Welcome back to Nuts, and we're gonna look at squirrels again. Who's excited? I'm excited. I want to look at squirrels. Nope, not that. Sorry, hands clumsy. You know, first thing in the morning, your body doesn't quite work. You gotta figure out which buttons make all the things do the things. Right? This is a universal human experience. Everybody goes through this. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. Spokesman promises Panorama Land will respect the forest. Wait, is there a theme park? Okay, hold on. We should probably... Nina will tell us. What's up?
Take a look at the article I just faxed to you. What do you make of that junk? Panorama Land will respect the forest. Like hell. I don't know what kind of game they think they're playing, but I'm going to shut it all the way down. But look, that bunker to the left. I think there's a few of those close to you. If I add them to your GPS, can you check if any of them are the one in the picture? If you do find it, send me a photo so I can compare. And while you do that, I'm going to make some calls about that travesty of a newspaper article.
Okay, we can do that. By the way, I did turn up the the voice volume a little bit, so hopefully it'll be a little closer to the volume of my own voice. So that bunker, that's what we're talking about, the one in the picture? Oh, I can rip out the photo, yeah. Rip and tear until it is done. I think that's basically everybody who plays Nuts is like, this is just like Doom. Right? That's what everyone loves about it, is how much it's Doom. Boots. Yeah, just Boots. I think you've earned it. Oh, good. Now I'm old Boots. Great. Sorry for all the bumps on that bridge we drove over. It's a damn death trap, I tell you. Well, at least we're alive. I've written to Parks Management over and over that this is on Panorama. Those old trucks are just not made, or these old roads are just not made for their oversized trucks. If they don't stump up for some infrastructure improvements around here, someone could get seriously hurt. And if that happens, I'll do more than write a letter. Simon is going to turn into a full-on vigilante. He's going to go like hardcore environmentalist daredevil. And I'm here for it. That's the sequel. Something's moving in the water. I don't see it, but it might be the frogs we're hearing. I kind of want to see the frogs, though. May I please see the frog? I'm a big supporter of frog. Huge frog fan. Frognatics, they call us. Okay, so we're just going to look around the area for bunkers. I think I was looking out the window, like, to my left, but she was talking about the bunker that's on the left side of the photograph we picked up, right? So, alright. Well, those have been marked on our map. I guess let's, I don't really need these, do I? She just wants me to go take pictures. I have my camera. That's the way, yeah, that's the way I want to do this, because those cameras are not going to add photographs that I can, like, pull out in fax. So I don't know what I'm doing. Could a squirrel live in here, perhaps? No. Looks like no. This area is a lot more, grim. I am getting fewer idyllic nature feelings in this place. So one of the things marked on our map, I guess it's not necessarily a place I'm supposed to get to. I was thinking, like, how am I going to path to that X? But that's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is taking pictures. Alright, we'll pass that on to her. Let me get the others first, though. That's probably good enough, right? Let me maybe get it a little clearer without trees in front of it. Or without a tree in front of the front of it, anyway. Okay, and then more this way. I'm jumping as though it's very important to me that I don't step in the gross water, which I guess is a good job of the game, like, putting me in the place of the character, because I certainly do not, I do believe this is our culprit, by the way. Try to get a picture of the same location. Yeah, that's... What was the one in our journal? Oh, hey, the big tree. The big tree's gone. Right, that's a pretty good map. Hold on, how do I have to flip over to these tabs? Okay, here we go. That's pretty similar, right? This one? That's quite similar indeed, in fact. I think I've done an excellent job. Okay, this is exactly what she wants. She's going to be so mad. But anyway, what I was saying is the game didn't tell me not to get my feet wet. Not even in the sense of, like, the character saying, "Oh, I hate it when my socks get wet." But, like, you know. But the game's got me thinking that way. The game's got me thinking about my feet that I don't have. I'm going to take a picture of this, too. I don't know that that's necessarily useful, but it seems significant. Today we're less playing a squirrel surveillance simulator and more an upsetting Nina simulator, which I do feel a little bad about. To be fair, she did ask us to upset her. It's okay to consent. It's okay to upset people if you have consent. It removes all of the thorny ethical issues. Damn it, I stepped off of the... Oh no, those are just Simon's apple cores. For a second I thought I'd caught one of the frogs out of the corner of my eye. Okay, this is like a real good picture. If I do say so myself, Nina, I really killed it this time. She's gonna be so mad. She was so mad, she called us before she even, like, before the picture even finished scanning. She just knew.
I can't believe it. It's... No. That linden tree was over 100 years old. No. They're working on the dam already? This is completely wrong. Totally corrupt. They are not going to get away with this. Okay. Deep breaths. I've got work to do. I'd best get to it. The best way you can help is to keep going. Finish our study. I'm still reeling, but we have work to do. Okay. We can do this. We need to figure out the exact path this squirrel takes. So I need you to send me a bundle of photos of the squirrel at certain, very specific timestamps. Can you check your worksheet for the details? I'll get back to, well, raising hell.
Listen, I'm not saying that I think Nina and Simon ought to take the law into their own hands, but I am exactly saying that. That is precisely what I am saying. Alright, really granular information on squirrel navigation in the swampy terrain. 10, 20, 30... Okay, so every 10 seconds we need pictures of the squirrel. Fax the photos to Nina in the correct order. A nightmare. Truly a nightmare. Alright, sorry, did you give me a starting point? It's probably on my GPS, right? Alright, which one of you nerds is camera 1? Okay, let's go see. So I'm a little unsure of what the tone... Oh, this tree right here, in fact. I'm a little unsure of what the tone we're going for is. I'm not going to lie, when we saw the dynamite, I thought it was possible. So, okay, it's inside of the, this thing is where it starts. I thought we were maybe going in sort of a wackier direction. It's going to turn out the squirrels are fighting the company with their hilarious squirrel dynamite. Now I'm thinking it might be more of a serious environmentalism story. Okay, we don't need one at 0 seconds. I couldn't remember. Now I'm thinking it might be a little bit more serious. And listen, I'm down for that too. I'm down to help fight a big company and save a wildlife area. But also, I hope that the squirrels will get involved and use their squirrel dynamite. You know, it can be two things. There's no reason it can't be. Alright, so we'll just get an eye on where our friend goes after they come out of here. And I guess we'll just set up the other cameras in sort of a broad triangle. We'll just look in all 3 directions and we'll see there can't be too many places for it to go, right? We put one here. So if it runs off in that direction, we got some coverage. And then this camera over there as well. This is like part of the magic, right, of getting to play a game without it having had a massive marketing campaign or anything, is that you can be like really surprised by it in fundamental and formic ways. That I think is a thing that we the way video games are usually marketed is the thing we really miss out on. Too much concern about consumer buying guides, not enough concern about the thing as as a work of art, right? All right, I guess we're good. Let's take a look. All right, what have we, little friend? Okay, well, we lose him immediately, so it runs off to the right, and then... Yeah, that's... We do not even get close to 10 seconds. Well, now we have a first direction, though. So... I guess let's start by... moving you... I wonder how clear and close the screenshots have to be. You know? Like, is it enough for the squirrel to just be in frame at the 10-second mark, or... How well are we going to have to do this, I wonder? Because, like, I don't want to start by denigrating whatever skills I might have. Alright. Let's see if we can just... Yeah. It's sludgy and you move a little bit slower, but fine. So let's see. That should be able to see the squirrel clearly until it gets over here, if indeed over here is where it gets. So I'm not saying that yesterday should give everyone pause about the idea of me doing a good job. I'm just saying... that no, I am saying that. That's sort of what I'm saying. And then maybe... The question is, do I think the squirrel will just run along the path? Squirrels probably don't like to go in water, right? I mean, I bet they can swim. At the very least, the way their body is constructed, they should be able to swim the same way a rat swims. And rats are, like, incredibly good swimmers. Like, if you've never seen rats have to swim, it's really quite incredible. Just like everything about rats. Longtime viewers are like, oh no, here we go again with the rat stuff. Listen, they're just incredible, okay? I like them a bunch. But a squirrel's rat-like. A squirrel's like 80% rat, I think. Probably. How does one measure this? A squirrel has 8 units of ratliness out of the possible 10 units of ratliness. And I think, really, we should all endeavor to increase our quotient there. Alright. So we got the little guy running along here. So, it looks to me like... I mean, I guess it depends on exactly... Nope, we do not quite... I mean, okay. We do. Never mind. We do, technically, have him in frame. Does it say... It just says photos at the thing. Take photos of the squirrel at the exact timestamps requested. Does multiple photos in parentheses here mean this is an unusual thing because I'm asking you for these 6 photos? Or does it mean each timestamp I should have multiple photos? I don't know. I guess we're going to try this. We're going to take one here and then we're going to send it to Nina and we'll see how she reacts to that. So let's zoom this in and track it over there. I can maybe even... Yeah. Let's do it like that.
Okay, great. One down. Send the rest when you get them. I'm running through a labyrinth of busy phone lines here.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. So from here, what do we get? Let's zoom all the way back out. What more can we see? It runs down the tube and then... Okay. It's climbing up on top of the bunker. I wonder how much concern they had about whether people were going to be, like, into this gameplay. Because I think this is quite unusual. I'm way into it. I'm really digging this so far. But I wonder. Okay, nice of him to hold still.
Brilliant, you're really on the trail. I'm not having as much success on my end. I did get through to the newspaper editor, but there's something strange going on. He says they did their due diligence before publishing.
That was a weird conversation, right? I mean, aside from the fact that she's like, I'm not making any progress 3 seconds after our previous talk. But she just sort of, it almost sounded like she hung up mid-line. Alright. What now, little dude? Are we going to be able to follow that much further? No, we lose him. Oh, right. I forgot I was going to do something. Sorry. Let me tab out and go offline on Steam. Most games do not... The Steam overlay does not show up in the OBS recording. When you... little bit of inside baseball, I guess. When you use the particular capture method I'm using, the Steam overlay isn't part of the feed that I'm catching, so I have no idea why there were overlay notifications in the video. It shouldn't be possible. It's a weird thing, so I forgot to turn that off, but I've fixed it now. Okay, we're gonna have to lay down new, new camera positions here. But this is going really well. This one has gone remarkably smoothly relative to the nightmare I was having yesterday. Note the way I word this. Nightmare I was having yesterday sort of implies a lack of fault on my part. Very sneaky language there. Every time I step slightly off the planks and I hear the splash noise, part of me, I wince. I am physically wincing. Like all the way over here, right? Because we know that the squirrel makes it at least this far. But the thing is, can I get up on that bunker? Can I climb as well as this squirrel? I mean, listen, squirrels are real good climbers. Again, this comes from the rattliness. The answer is yes. Yes, I can get up on this thing. Well, this seems like a really good place to plant a camera then, right? So we know little dude runs down here. Unfortunately, we have no idea what happens from this point. It's very difficult to predict where we might need to set up the rest of these. I sure hope we have good, like, galoshes. Hello. I can't grab this while I'm holding a camera.
When I first got out here, I was lonely. Yeah, lonely is exactly the right word. I missed chatting with the other researchers at the Institute. Friday beers after work, even grocery shopping. But it's different now. I've been in the forest for 11 weeks now. Whew. And now I'm worried about going back out there. Waking with the birds. And brewing coffee on my little camping stove. Wandering under the trees with the scampering squirrels. Stargazing at night. I feel serene. Yes, serene. Okay. Well, I'll get back to work.
Boy, feeling serene. What must that be like? Sounds positively alien. Alright, let's see what we got tonight. And we could probably really crank this up. Okay. So, unfortunately, our little friend is in kind of an awkward spot here. Can we see at all with this camera? Let's wind it back. We lost him. I'm really hoping there'll be a single frame of it saying 30 on the clock where the squirrel is still visible. That's the first 30. Well, that probably doesn't work, huh? Okay, there we go. I'm sure this is fine, though. Gosh, I hope this is fine. But it looks like our little friend is going exactly in the area where I did not set up cameras.
Yes, keep these great pictures coming. The proof you're collecting is the only rebuttal you have against the shady tactics Panorama are using.
Yeah, unfortunately, the fact that that tree is gone is not necessarily hugely meaningful, because we can't necessarily tie them to it directly. Alright. Yeah, and then it goes up here. Shoot. So I set up a camera watching all of this stuff and all of this stuff, and the squirrel went like this. And I reckon we will not get vision again. Alright, well, we know what to do. I'll say this. I have never really been one for spending time outdoors. People talk about, you know, I have family members who go camping and stuff. People talk about spending time out in nature as like a thing that calms them down. It gives them some kind of peace or removal from the pressures of, I don't know, living indoors, which I like very fundamentally do not understand. I love living in a city and being surrounded by people, and I do not get along with nature, plants and the sun and animals and stuff. I just kind of have to take people's word for it that this stuff is calming and pleasant. I feel like I got to do that a lot, just to take people's word for things that I fundamentally do not understand about what you might describe as the human experience. It turns out it ain't that universal. So where do I think you end up after this? We know you go up here, and then I might even just set this, like I would prefer to set it up in a raised position, but I might even just do right here. This will give us a little bit more coverage in case it does something I don't expect off of that second camera position. Why can I not? Oh, I can't see the second camera because it's behind those trees. Oh, I actually can. I kind of can see it. The resolution on this little screen leaves something to be desired. You know what I didn't do was actually go inside this little structure. Okay, well, there's nothing in here. Honestly, we'll probably just leave it up here, just put it on this side and have it face the other way, right? It's a little bit like Paradise Killer in that, like, you have to be moving when you start your jump if you want to have any momentum in the air, which makes it really hard to get up small lips like this. Hey, let's try that. Let's see what happens there. And I'm sure that's what they were going for when they designed the game, right? Everything about this says, gosh, I hope people compare us to Paradise Killer. Alright, little friend. Huh, wait a second. Did we... Okay, it took me a second. I got him. So he runs back across the... Oh, I should... Yeah. Zoom before panning. This is not like the cameras in that Blade Runner game. You can only get information that is actually on the camera. No matter how many times you say the word enhance.
This is perfect. But we're in a bit of hot water right now. The newspaper editor clearly called up his friends at Panorama, and now their legal team are breathing down my neck. They have no shame. Oh no, don't worry about me. I'll sort it out.
Alright, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get a lot more here. I set up my other cameras on the assumption that it would come down and kind of go in this direction, and it's cut right across here. I guess we'll see if it emerges back onto camera 1, like it could decide to run across this. Yeah, no such luck. Well, I'm glad we left camera 1 where we did, though. So, let's go and grab these distant ones and pull them back toward the caravan a little bit. It's kind of a funny thing, you know? I wouldn't describe myself as a person who likes people. I have tremendous social anxiety, and I really, really, really don't want to talk to a stranger if I don't absolutely have to. But I like being around people. I like being around people when there is no expectation that we will interact. And I missed that. That's like maybe the number one thing. And this is like a position of incredible privilege to be able to say this. This is like the number one like pain that I have had from the pandemic, like personal pain, is that I can't just like go to the grocery store and be in a place where there are people, but where I can just be back from them. I've been very lucky, pandemic so far, to be able to say that. I guess I mentioned at one point that my mom got the COVID, and I don't know if I ever said anything after that. So she's fine, in case you're a longtime viewer and you were wondering. I mean, not, you know, it has long-term effects. She's not doing, like, awesome, but she's alive anyway, so. Where do I think you might go? So that camera should catch it coming across here. But it doesn't emerge back onto camera 1's viewpoint from where we are now. So it probably goes this way, right? I might just put this one in basically the same position, but facing the other way. Let's see what we can pick up. And then I'm going to leave camera 1 up top, but we're going to reorient it. I think it's really nice to have a camera up here. It does strike me that my definition of she's fine, by the way, is a very, like, American healthcare definition. Like, she didn't die. She's suffering long-term chronic side effects, but she didn't die, and she's not in a place where she needs expensive, constant medical care. So that's fine, right? I have a very low bar. This is a really great example, by the way, of how I cannot just be serene. Cannot shut up, it turns out. Alright, what do we got? No! It disappears from view right before 50 seconds. That's just video artifacting there, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, we need to follow that route even more closely. At this point, I've just gotten used to walking in the water. It's fine. Alright, so it goes over here. And I mean, I'm no squirrel expert, or squirrel spurt, as they're often known in the field. But like, what you reckon? In here, right? Oh, maybe not. Well, you know what? It emerges from a pipe that looks very much like this. It totally could end up in there. I think we can, at this point, we can retrieve camera 1. If only so that I don't have to keep scrambling up this little building. So let's see. I'm not going to point the camera directly at that. Let's see if we can find a spot that looks more like a squirrel stopping place. Not really. There's no, like, obvious stash of acorns or... Well, I guess we'll just set up... I don't want to be too far away, although now that we understand how to use the zoom tools, and the cameras have remarkable resolution. Yeah, alright, I'll try it. I'll try it here. Let's see what happens. And you know what, maybe we should, in fact, have a camera that's pointed at that. Because, like, I think right now there's a gap between what 3 can see and what 1 can see. And 2 will cover that gap for us, in case the squirrel makes a weird turn in the gap. Because otherwise we could lose it. Can we get a little bit better image? Because this might work, but I would really prefer to have the whole squirrel uncovered if possible. I'm just worried that if the squirrel is occluded, it might not give us credit. You know what? Actually, camera 2 has the squirrel unoccluded here. Oops, that was the wrong button. I accidentally pressed the button on the VCR that makes me stand up. Yeah, that should do it.
Great work. You're a real trooper, you know that? Yeah, I know I'm a little muffled. I'm actually calling you from the stairwell here. Hiding out from a pair of suited panorama execs banging on my office door. I know. I've got copies of everything, and I'm going to get out of here and make sure they're safe.
Again, I gotta say, the sound work on the game is really incredible. Like, from the moment she was calling, that was my first thought, was she's, like, in a parking garage or in a stairwell or something. They've done some fantastic work. Alright, let's see where little friend goes from here. Damn it. That's exactly where I did not want that to happen. Boy, it's moving directly toward the caravan. That's probably a coincidence. Or maybe it's exactly not a coincidence, you know? Could be. So, I'm guessing this is probably going to be sufficient right there. Right, there's only so many more seconds of movement available to the thing. But let's just make sure we have as much coverage as we can. I'm gonna, just leave one in a position where it can see the door, you know, just in case. And you, again, I would like to put you on something if possible. Can we? There we go. That's gotta do it, right? Where else could it possibly go? I guess I have such good coverage of the caravan from that other camera. We can probably tilt this one more left. Still bummed out that we haven't actually gotten to see one of the frogs. I do like a frog. You know, who's not a fan of frogs, I ask you? Oh. Well. Sorry, 3. Oh, sorry, not that. Okay, I could see a shape in the door, and I was like, what is that? What are we looking at? But I think I'm seeing the back of this chair over here. Okay, so there's kind of a bunch of squirrels here, all at the caravan. Concerning. I'm just going to send her a picture that really helps her understand the gravity of this situation.
What in the world? This makes no sense at all. But we can be sure of one thing at least. The squirrels like you. Wait, hold on. Someone's coming in. Yeah? Okay. Thank you. Oh, no. I don't know where this came from, but it looks like a messed up draft of our report. Signed by me? And those are your photos, but with no squirrels. There's something very, very off here. I don't think you're safe out there anymore. We'll have to get you out of there soon. I'll call Simon.
Yeah, okay, this is becoming very strange indeed. I am experiencing non-zero concern. Maybe it's just that the squirrels know that I have food in here. But also, maybe it's something much, much stranger.
All the higher-ups here are on leave. I can't get through to anyone. I know you're in a tight spot. I promise I'm trying my very best. I really don't know what's happening. But Simon just sent me this photo. That's Mammoth Creek. What is that? Oil? It's... Hold on. Yes, this is Nina? I'm talking to them right now. You what? The cameras? This is not our day. What the ever-loving hell is going on? Okay, I hear you. Stay safe. Okay, so that was Simon calling from the quad phone. Something about the cameras taking damage, as if we needed that now along with everything else. I'll keep trying to figure out what's happening with Panorama. Well, can you let me know what kind of state those cameras are in?
By the way, also, aside from the part where it clips through the wall all the time, good physics on the phone line. Oh, Jesus. Simon! We hit a bump in the road and the cameras fell off the back of the quad. They're pretty banged up, as you see. I'll head to town and pick up some new ones back tomorrow. Not excited at all about crossing that bridge twice more than I have to, but that's how the cookie crumbles. And hopefully, not how the bridge crumbles. Well, it's bad, is the answer. I mean, does she want me to... Oh, am I allowed to... Huh. I feel like I should leave this in a place where it's not gonna get gross, right? Well, yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna put this down before I cause any further damage. So, yeah, the real broke is the answer. He was so distraught about it that he only had time to eat one apple. I should show Nina the broken cameras. Somehow. Gee, if only I could figure out.
That looks worse than terrible, to be honest with you. I doubt those will work anytime soon. But we need to hurry. I really want to get you two out of this forest and figure out what the hell is going on. Just, hang tight. I'll call you tomorrow.
So... I mean, this being the case, how do we advance the day? I guess we'll just have a little bit of a walk around? Like I wanted to anyway. I was hoping that it would not be the case. That interacting with the door... Oh, I guess we could interact with our bed, probably, to pass the day forward. I wonder if people in general are passing the day forward by interacting with the bed. Because I always touch the door to move from night to day. But really, it doesn't make a lot of sense. They just don't want you going outside at night. I mean, we'll have a little bit of a look around and then we'll go back inside. But the areas so far have not been very large, so I don't reckon this will take too long. Okay, that's a concerning height. You know what's kind of funny? I have a pretty serious fear of heights. I get, all clenchy and a little dizzy. And some video games set it off. Oh, hey, I just saw a squirrel moving. Some video games set it off and some video games don't. And I'm never sure which ones will be which. Standing by that cliff face did actually make my knees feel bad. Like, weird. How does the human body even... Well, the brain, really. How does the human brain even work, right? Who can make sense of this damn thing? It's a mess. It's 10 pounds of wet macaroni in a 5-pound bag. And some of you are saying, my friend, what are you talking about? That doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, came from my brain. Sort of making my point for me, don't you think? Alright, I guess let's go back. Wait, am I... Oh, I can actually go down here. I mean, obviously, we're gonna look around, though. This area is considerably larger than the other ones, I feel like. They really let you have at it. Yup, stupid human brain is afraid of falling. Listen, I was saying earlier everyone should try to increase their rattliness. In my opinion, I think this is a good life goal. Rats are smart, they're clever, they're empathetic, they're real friendly. But one thing that they are is cowards. They are inveterate cowards. They are maybe the most scared creatures in the entire world. So, if you want to... I mean, the silver lining here, if you really want to see it, is that I'm definitely doing the thing. I have had several rats, and they are definitely afraid of falling off of stuff. I can tell you that for sure. Alright, let's, I guess, just get some shut-eye, and hopefully the situation will have revealed itself a little bit by morning. Or perhaps even before.
Oh, were you sleeping? I can't sleep right now. Everything's too up in the air. I think we're really losing control of this whole situation. Simon's on the way back with new cameras, but we need to speed things up. We need to get those last data points before you leave the forest. There is a way to do this, but it's a little unorthodox. There should be some trail mix or something on the desk somewhere. Grab that, and then I'll send you instructions.
This is not in accordance with the Prime Directive. Alright, fudging the rules on this one a little bit, but I'll make sure it looks legit. Need you to dispense a single nut onto a nearby rock. When a squirrel appears to retrieve the nut, follow that squirrel to their stash. Might take a few tries. Okay. Take a picture with the Instacam. Yeah, we don't have time for Simon. I really, really dig the color palette here. I've been, again, inside baseball a little bit, I guess. I've been doing some work on maybe some branding type stuff and some familiarity here. Okay, so I assume I gotta back up a fair amount, right? They're not gonna come over if I'm right there. But I'm worried about backing off any more than this. Here, it might be easier to see from down here because we won't have the crest of the hill in our way. Let's do like that. Here is a friend. Okay. Well, little dude's not afraid of me. We know that. Oh. Interesting. There's like a whole building up here. Wow. How did I miss this? Okay, yeah, we just need a picture of the stash, not the stash with the squirrel at it. So, okay, let's see what Nina makes of this. Listen, there's no evidence that I fudged the rules a little bit here, right? I didn't take a picture of that. Although Nina seems to be concerned that I'm not safe out here, like somebody might come and get me, so who knows? Maybe somebody else filmed me doing it.
Great. 1 down, 2 to go. Did Simon show up yet? He must be almost there. And if you can finish the research this way, then we can get you home when you rise. Okay, I'll mark the next location on your GPS. Same rules as last time. And don't break a leg.
What? That's not... No, you tell me to break a leg. That's how... Okay. Now, clearly, she's never been in the theater. I wasn't really in the theater either, but my grandmother did own and operate a dance studio for most of my young life. And I did, in fact, once see a performer break their leg on stage. It's not great. First of all, you know, hard to dance when you're... But also on top of that, everything else, you know. Oh no, why? Why must you go through the underbrush? Shit. No, get out of the brush. Yeah, that was stupid. I shouldn't have followed it in. I was like, if I get close enough, I can see it under the bushes. But what I should do is stand back from the brush and wait for it to emerge. Yeah, shit. Okay, we're gonna have to try again. I really like the music. How did I lose track of the rock already? Oh, whatever. We know the squirrel will come this way. I don't actually even need to be able to see this. Alright, the squirrel's going to run around in the brush for a little while, and we are not going to try to track it through the underbrush by sound. We're just going to stand in a position where I feel like I can mostly see the exits, and we'll follow it when it leaves. I don't like how much it disappears behind this rock, though. Or maybe its stash is in the brush somewhere. Oh, right! Crouch! Remember, there's a crouch control. There's a crouch control for a reason. Boy, I do not like the way that this gap here is represented on our GPS thing. That's very creepy. Oh yeah, that's just the edge of reality. That's where the fade is. Turns out this game takes place in the Disco Elysium universe. Okay, go to the underbrush, crouch so that you are always looking under the brush. That'll work. That'll totally work. Am I still too close? I might be too close. We don't even necessarily need to stay with the squirrel, we just need to know which side it leaves via, and then... Aha! I was gonna say, and then we could just wait on that side on future, future attempts. Okay. I missed the squirrel pursuit music.
Just one left now. Oh, I hope Simon's okay. It's been hours. He must be close. In any case, we're making great progress. I'll mark the last one for you to get now. This is one long night, huh?
I will say this, at this point, after all of the solitude, I think I would have a hard time perceiving the presence of another person as not menacing. Like, I'm feeling a little bit of dread about the idea of Simon showing up. Is there anything that is more reasonable to be scared of than a human being? I'm so worried I'm going to back off this rock. Where are you going, little guy? Trying to confound me. This squirrel does not want to be pursued. The positional audio is real good there. I would have lost it if not for that sound. Shit, I lost him. Well, I mean, there's not too many places it could have gone. Oh, hello.
So, I'm 13 weeks into my study here, and I've just got some news down the wire from my contacts out at the Institute. There's a big storm coming next week. I'll probably have to hide out in the caravan for a few days, missing a lot of potential for furthering my research. Not to mention how tough it'll be to keep all the equipment shipshape. The good news? They gave me an emergency number I can call in case anything really bad happens. I don't think anything will happen, but it's good to be prepared. It makes me feel a little safer. A lot of the time I feel out of sight, out of mind. But with this number, it's like someone out there cares how I'm doing.
I was kind of hoping I could just play the guitar a little bit. Looks like that's not so much in the cards. Oh, if I right-click... Okay, I can change the orientation of the guitar. It's weird that when I pick it up it says your mug, but I mean obviously it's just because there's one mug model and it has one description, right? Alright, I think we're gonna have to just go back and do another chase. But now we know approximately where it goes. So we can just run up to that point and wait for it there. Okay, just take a second here to to rest up and stretch. The downside of this, of course, is that I have no sense of how long it's going to take for the thing to actually reach us. There we go. They're pretty fast. Nope, trees, nope, oh god. Oh, shoot, shoot! Apparently, I must have almost hit the trigger for that last time. Well, that's not how I thought that was going to go. Okay. Squirrel has all of my journal except for this one page. Well... Listen, I hate to do this to you, but I do think that this seems like a pretty good place to stop. Something is happening. This situation is evolving a little bit, but that is all that we have time for today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you are filled at this moment with a burning need to see what happens next, if you are cursing my name, make sure you come back tomorrow, next time, so that you can see the thing that I'm also equally curious about and also kind of cursing my name about. And we'll see you then.